$1,000 hole-in-one contest? I think we should.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week on The Nielsen Show, only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
All right. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, available as its own podcast on all your podcasting platforms. Just search Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. This will actually be a good test for the guy who made our desk, who texted in today and said, do you want me to make the middle part of the desk a little bit bigger when you have 4 people in? This will be a good test today. We'll see how it goes. Galapo, welcome back, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Who'd you bring with us today?
Ben. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, how's it going? My name's Ben. I'm from the Dandy Brewing Co, and we make beers in Calgary.
Okay, how long have you guys been rolling for?
10 years.
10 years?
It is
now?
year
Wow.
10, yeah.
Okay, so we like these stories now since we've been bringing some of the brewers on.
Yeah.
What's the story? How'd you guys, you work with some buddies, you do it on your own? What's the story behind Dandy?
Yeah, it's pretty, I think, par for the course for craft beer, a hobby that got away from us. Four guys in Calgary who just had a sort of, not even a shared interest in craft beer, just sort of shared interest in hanging out and drinking beers. So 2 of us were working in kitchens, kind of dirtbags, and shifting out of that, had moved on to being a teacher, but we'd always brewed beer mainly to get cheap beer and have beer on tap
just
at
to
home.
do your own,
So, and then once they changed the regulations in Alberta, we just all were on the same page that it'd be better to be first than good. So we as soon as that regulation changed, we thought we'd get on the horse and see what we could do. And 10 years later, it's been rolling along. It's been great.
So you don't miss your teaching career?
There's days. I don't know.
What'd you teach? I'm curious.
I taught secondary humanities, social studies, and English.
Social studies. I always like social studies.
Yeah.
Were kids still coloring maps back then, or what?
For sure.
Yeah. Nothing like coloring a good map.
Always a map on hand to be colored.
Man. My water always looked great. I love that. All right, so hey, where's the name come from?
Dandy. Being an English teacher, I always thought, a dandy as a character was always sort of that character in the book who did things a little wacky, did things their own way, sort of driven by their own passions, not by trends. So when we started, we were tiny. Like, we were the smallest brewery probably in Western Canada. So we didn't have to sort of play by the trends. We could just kind of make the beers we thought we wanted to drink and have some fun, and Dandy kind of worked for that.
All right, excellent. Garrett, what's the beer of the week? What's the actual deal here?
Beer of the week is the 502. So that is that one right there. And I don't know if that's the one we want to start with.
Wait,
today.
it's up to you guys, man. We're giving whatever. Just pour them up. We'll be good to go.
The deal of the week, though, is it's $13.99 for the 4-pack, and you get 100 points. So you can.
All right, well, tell us about
one.
the 502, man.
So the 502, we can start with it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Here,
Let's do it.
I can be your
Garrett,
Whoa, don't take my one job.
Yeah, come on.
I know how to drink it. I'm not a great pourer, so it's great. 502 is our hazy IPA. Really easy drinking, sort of citrus. It's got a nice sort of soft mouth feel. It's really, it's not going to punch you in the face. It's really just meant
Smells
to be
delicious,
kind of
though.
enjoyable.
Holy
It's not
smokes.
too bad. Yeah, I got.
What was your first one? Was this your first one, or what was?
This guy here was our first one.
Okay, so we'll get to that too.
Oh, we'll get to that.
All right.
That one's got a story.
Okay, good. I like that then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So cheers on this one.
Yeah, cheers to Connor McDavid in the overtime.
Yeah.
Winner.
Dandy,
That's big. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so it's got a touch of bitterness. It is an IPA.
Yeah, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit on the
there's not
finish.
too much there. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes those hazy IPAs can go really sweet, and we like to have ours with a touch of dryness, touch of bitterness, and just kind of, chuggable.
And that's 4 for $13.99, Garrett. That's what you said at all
That
Sobeys?
is, and the 100 points.
That is a
100 points
steal.
too.
You're practically giving it away.
Exactly.
All right, where are we going next?
Next, we'll do the Dandy Premium Lager.
Who's in charge of labeling and stuff? How do you guys come up with that?
The design?
Yeah.
It's actually a dude from Edmonton.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Jag McKenzie.
Like just a buddy? Or?
No, we met him through, he designed a t-shirt or a poster for us.
Oh, okay.
And just amazing. And last year we did a rebrand and he sort of asked if he could, throw his hat in the ring, and it was amazing. Huge Oilers fan, so if he's watching.
There we go. Yeah. Odds are he might be lurking around.
Yeah,
Right? So.
really awesome dude. So so this is the premium lager.
Okay.
We call it import style. It's kind of tongue in cheek calling it that, but really it does lean a little bit more sort of on the Japanese style. So it's got toasted rice in there as well. Really clean, easy drinking. But
So you just use any type of rice for that, or what type of?
I do not know. I don't know if there's different kinds of
To be honest
rice.
with you,
He said toasted last night.
I don't even know why I asked about the rice. I was just trying to be like,
toasted.
tell me about the rice. Yeah.
Toasted rice. But really, the brewers, we all drink more of this beer than anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fizzy,
well,
it's yellow, it's
that's
delicious.
good to know. Cheers to Stuart
Cheers.
Skinner last night.
Yeah.
Brilliant performance to
Boom.
the Edmonton Oilers.
It's a beer.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like, oh,
Full
wow.
stop.
That's really good, smooth beer.
Yeah, it's clean. It's really, really designed to be a drinkable lager. I mean, most lagers are. We use a bit of a modern German hop in there called Mandarina Bavaria that just gives it a bit of citrus note on the finish. So it's, people like a squirt of lemon or lime in their lagers, and that kind of.
Okay, is that what it is? I was wondering. I was going to ask you because, right away, there was something at the end. I was just like, what? Okay, there's something in there that's.
Yeah. So we use a hop called Mandarina Bavaria.
Okay.
So as it sounds, Mandarina Bavaria. So it's rooted in traditional German hops, but it just has that citrus note, and it just got like a Corona with a lime. Just kind of gives it a nice little touch.
All right, where are we going next?
This is the Dandy Sour Ale.
Okay.
Is that
That
yours?
was-
That's yours. This
I
is
won't
mine.
trade cups.
Yeah.
You don't want to get my cold
So
sores.
more of an ale than a sour, or more of a sour than an ale?
So it's an ale. It's an ale. Ale is just lagers ferment cold, ales ferment warm.
That's the only difference?
Yeah, well, there's
Unbelievable. I
how
thought there
far
was so
down the
much more
rabbit
to
hole?
details.
How far down the rabbit hole do we want to go? But with this one, we use some bacteria similar to yogurt or something like that. That gives it a touch of sourness. People really like it, especially if you're a wine drinker or a cider drinker who's looking to just sort of dip their toes into craft beer. Sours are
Okay.
a great entrance, and this one notes of green mango and pineapple. But yeah,
Oh,
again,
wow.
So the one thing I'll say that throws me with this is most sours, they're like that 4.5%, 5%. This is 7.
this is 7.
7%.
And then
Oh.
and the same thing that's coming up with the next IPA too. It throws you.
All right. All right. Well, cheers to it.
I already went for it.
Oh, did you already drink?
Yeah.
My goodness. All right.
Feel the
Cheers.
shame. Cheers.
Cheers to Ben.
You feel the shame. You go for 2 minutes.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that sour.
It's not crazy.
No,
It's not
no.
gonna-
No, but it's a party in there. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
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 Yeah, it's like the sour's like waiting to really kick through, but
I'm waiting
it's
to make
like-
the face, but
it
I
just
don't.
lurks there. Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, our my partner Dylan, who does the brewing at Dandy, he is a big fan of the big beers that drink really easy. He does
Okay.
that, so we.
I mean, that's probly a good guy to have in that spot.
it
then.
is. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know which one you want to go with
Opposed to
next.
the smaller beers that suck.
let's do the stout first,
Sure.
and then we'll finish with the big guy. So,
Oh, a stout.
Yeah, this one's our stout. When we launched the brewery 10 years ago, like I said, we were super small. We made 2 beers.
Where'd you start it? Was it like in a garage or something? Or?
It was in like an industrial bay,
Oh, okay.
but it was tiny.
A small industrial
The classroom
bay.
would have been something too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna-
yeah.
You should have
It's
been brewing out of
frowned
the
upon.
classroom. That
It's,
was funny.
it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
So we made 2 beers. This is one that we always made as a home brew.
Okay.
So to get really nerdy about it, the style is actually an oyster stout, which is not brewed with oysters, but it was sort of this really early style of stout that was meant to be drinking with oysters. So it's way more
What?
easy drinking than some of those big stouts out there.
Okay.
So we always made this because we love the complexity of dark beer, but we wanted to be able to drink.
Galapo, you didn't bring in any oysters today. Unbelievable,
I know.
this guy. Holy smokes.
All I can do is glasses.
Yeah,
Glasses and pouring.
you're a good glasses guy, a good
I
pourer.
got 2 jobs.
All right, Rick, you're a big stout guy, so I'm gonna let's try this.
And I love oysters, too.
Yeah,
Just match
this
me
is
in.
perfect for both of you. All right, cheers to oysters.
Cheers to oysters.
Right, those are the
Yeah.
ones that make you frisky, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Oh, you are right on because I'm not the big stout guy, but you're right. It's not like that overpowering.
Yeah,
like,
it's really meant to be drinkable. So when we launched with the pale ale and the stout.
Oh,
And as we
man.
got busier, we were like, oh man, we're going to have to cut one of these beers just because of capacity. And this one was outselling 2-1, our pale ale. So we're like,
Oh,
well,
no
I guess
way.
we're going to keep making this.
easy decision then.
Yeah, it's a good talking point. And, often at shows or anything where we're doing samplings, people will be like, I don't drink dark beer. And we'll be like, well, this is a dark beer for lager drinkers.
Yeah.
It just has a little more character.
You get the taste.
That's a
but
good
it's not
way.
as heavy.
That's a good way to
Exactly.
describe
Yeah.
it, man. Yeah.
Ice cold on a patio in the summer, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Tommy Gazzola would take this in the draft. And we did that draft of beers, and he took
If you get this in the oyster
patio
stack,
drinks. Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna
Then
laugh.
you're laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the big boy. Like
This
what,
is T2G, 7.5%.
what's that? Sorry, what's that called again?
T2G
Okay.
IPA.
What's the story? You said there's a story.
Yeah, so this one, at our old spot, we didn't make any IPAs for a long time. And then we thought we're going to make an IPA. And we thought it would be fun to have it only available in our postal code prefix area. So it was T2E IPA. You could get it at the brewery. The problem was our industrial bay was in a very industrial area. So there was 0 accounts to sell this beer to, T2E. So when we moved to our production space, we called it T2G, our new postal code, and it's available everywhere.
Wow, the mail service must love that. Eh?
I'm waiting.
Postal codes never get love.
No, yeah, we
This is good. I like that. All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's to the Canadian Mail Service.
Yeah,
which
postal workers.
which delivered a tombstone poster to me, completely flattened a couple weeks ago.
That's how you want your posters.
No, it was squished. It was not good. Oh man,
So again,
that might be my favorite one.
going for the drinkability, we don't put. We call it a neighborhood IPA. So a lot of time in the trends, there's West Coast and there's New England or East Coast. West Coast are super more bitter, citrus, that sort of stuff. Whereas on the East Coast, you got that sweeter sort of orange juice and hazy.
Yeah.
When we were putting this one together, we really wanted one that sort of took the best of both worlds. So you get some bitterness. There's not a lot of haze, but you do get some of the like sweeter orange juice notes. So it's just like,
Has Garrett told you about his mixing prowess?
I
we
warned
were
him.
just discussing.
Okay, all right, let's
So
do it then.
I'm gonna let him make the choice.
Oh, okay.
I think it's gonna be brewer's choice, but you have to use beer of the week.
Okay, all right. So you have to mix in the
There's
beer.
my stipulation.
Well,
You're a real stickler for the rules.
I'm going to go with these two to make probably the most drinkable.
Okay.
You said those were the 2 crushable ones.
These
that
are
we were
2
going down
crushable
the
ones
line.
already, but this one's nice because it's got even a little more citrus, a little more.
So I'm
Character?
saying I would have gone with the sour.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, you know what?
That's-
no, I'll say this. I like his idea better.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
surprising.
I'm going to go for it.
Oh, he's switching it up. Wait a
I'm
second.
sorry,
What's
I'm
going on
sorry,
here?
yeah.
Garrett says brewer's choice. Brewer makes choice. Garrett says, no, I would have done this. And now we're doing what you said.
Yeah,
you didn't see me hand him a $5 under the table.
Feels like hot takes.
we live in echo chambers at the brewery.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you
yeah.
hear someone who's on the other side, be like, I would have done this.
All right, let's do it then. Let's do it. Mix it up. Mix it up, G. Let's.
Your guys are getting a lot of love as well, both in the Nasty Chat text line. Rebecca in Calgary says they make solid beer and are a staple of any crawl through the brewery district.
Oh, of course, you guys smack dab in the.
We're pretty in there.
Yeah.
We make New York style pizza, so people
Oh,
like
really?
pizza and beer. So
Okay, so the New
That's
York
kinda
style
cheating.
pizza. Tell me about this as he pours it.
Yeah.
Is that the longer, thinner style that you can fold a little bit?
you gotta get the fold.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like thin and crispy,
Yeah.
like the little pepperoni that.
Yeah, the
cups
little
up.
guys. Yeah, like Italian Center Shop. They got the little
Absolutely,
pepperonis.
yeah.
Little
Yeah.
pepper, and they
It's kinda
curve up.
sliding off there, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
yeah.
curve up a little bit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get the what cup and char? I think is the pizza expert.
Is that the term?
You get the
Like-
cup and char pepperoni.
Oh,
yeah.
so it cups up, then it chars around the edge.
Edges, yeah, it's
You
so
still
good.
are a teacher.
Cup and
Yeah,
char.
That's
I
coming out
I
of you, yeah, I
share
love it.
my.
I know I've learned a lot today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Well, hey, Garrett, I'll say this. This better not suck.
promise.
I was really looking
Hey,
forward
I
to
don't
the
think
other one,
I don't
man.
think I've made a bad one.
No, you are pretty good. Yeah. Good
All right,
cook.
well, here, cheers to those little pepperonis.
Yeah,
Those
cheers to the
places,
pepperoni.
Yeah,
Those are really good.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
All right, here we go.
I could drink it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's good.
All right, I did
All right,
it
Garrett,
again.
congratulations.
Another week.
You know, I'm starting to think you can mix any of these.
Exactly.
It's just
That's
it's
really
a
the
simple
secret
stuff.
of it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pick a bad one.
Yeah, and people want to find you online and stuff. Like, where
DandyBrewing.com.
DandyBrew.com?
Yeah, or at Dandy Brewing.
Perfect. And the deal, once again, Garrett, what do we got?
$13.99 for beer of the week, as
Okay.
well as the supporting beers, and you get 100 points when you buy it.
All right, perfect. Right on. Hey, nice meeting you, man.
Love it.
Thanks a
you as
lot
well.
for
Thanks for
coming
having
in.
me.
Let you guys slide on out here, and then we'll get to the wrap coming up. We do have a gift certificate right now, though, to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. So if you would like to get in on that, all you have to do is text Beer Me. Text Beer Me to 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Text Beer Me right now. One of you will end up winning a gift certificate to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. We are 17 likes away from changing 900. Let's go. We got to hit 900 before the end of the show. Hammer that thumbs up if you're watching over on YouTube. Sub to the channel. We've almost picked up like 40 subs today. So
First conference finals win since 06.
man.
You got to get up to that round
Ladies
number. We
and
got to
gentlemen,
change 900.
You're witnessing history. You're witnessing history. I can get one of these before Zacticum gets on it.